and Corine.
Corinne.
Oh, I was supposed to let her say that. My bad. My fault. All right. Welcome to the Love
I just
Within.
messing with you, babe.
It's okay. Welcome to the Love Within. We're excited to have you guys. This is an In God's Image production, Lucas Live Media collaboration. We are excited to be here with you guys. We're going to go ahead and share this broadcast. I saw my wife doing it. She's good at that. See, we are going live from our In God's Image page with our great group, and we're going to share this to our personal pages so you guys can check it out. I think I see that you shared it already.
I shared it.
You're good. You're good at that.
Good morning,
Is that
Noella.
what that is?
Noella jumps right in here.
We appreciate her for doing that. Where is it at? I can't find the broadcast. You know, I got to find it. If you're watching this by replay, we want to thank you guys as well. We appreciate our replay viewers. Please stay tuned. Check us out. Learn something. Take some notes. Pull your spouse in, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Oh, look, I'm right here. I got it.
You got it.
It took a second for it to pop up, and now we in here. I'm like, well, yeah, boss, you know what?
Oh, look, Noella's on LinkedIn.
Hey, I threw it up there on LinkedIn. I was like, let me see what happens. Noella jumping in from LinkedIn. We appreciate that. You know,
Hi, Nishka. Good morning.
I was like,
Radiant Queen Nishka.
I thought the people on LinkedIn could afford to have some love too. You know, I thought, you know, I mean, it's professional, but professional people trying to.
Everybody needs love.
Everybody needs love.
Love within.
Everybody needs the love within, my friend. So, you know, I figured I'd share it there too. So we're excited to be there as well this morning. Here we go. We got it up and running there. Boom, it's shared. What else can I do? I can share it to our story.
LinkedIn has live. Yep, they do.
Yep.
Is it live? Can everybody go live, or is it still like?
I think it's still like they gotta approve it or something, but
right.
It's possible. It's possible. LinkedIn Live as well. Yes. Glad you guys are here. Today we're talking about self-awareness, self-reflection.
Yes, we are.
It's a powerful topic.
It is.
You gotta look in that mirror sometime.
It's necessary.
Not just to get the crust out your eyes. Not just for that. You gotta get the crust out your relationship. Crust out your mind. You gotta get the crust out your mind. You gotta clear your minds, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about that today. How can you cleanse your mind? How can you reflect, become more aware? How many people has there been times where a relationship didn't go right and you could tell everything that was wrong with the other person, but when you look back at yourself, you were like, well, I had some stuff too. Right. You know, I had some stuff too. Hey, Beth here on LinkedIn as well, your first time. Well, I'm Lucas, and this is
Corinne,
my beautiful wife, Corinne, and we're here to talk about the love within, talking about healthy relationships. Healthy relationships, as we know, even on the business side, is so important. But so many people, even in business, are having issues enjoying the work that they do because things at home are tough. You know, they're not going the way they planned them to go. So we're excited to be here with you guys. Odetta, good morning. Good morning.
I was turning the heat off again. Good morning.
She goes. Noella, Nushka, Amanda, Jean Dukes. Shout out to Amanda Dukes. Thank you all for being here this morning. Say hello to our friend Beth has joined us here on LinkedIn. We are glad to have you.
Thanks for joining, Beth.
I'm going to move that down right there. I move stuff on the screen live. There's other ways to do it, but you know, I prefer just to be real with it and throw it around. So self-awareness and self-reflection, it's real.
Yeah, it is real.
It's so foundational, and it's a foundational topic of one of my favorite subjects to teach, which I get to teach corporately to business leaders, and the topic is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of the term emotional intelligence. Yes or no? Have you heard of emotional intelligence? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let me know.
Good morning, Bree, and yes, Amanda. It is always cold.
It's cold in there.
In this studio.
Yes. What's up, Bree?
You've been in here. You know how cold it is.
You know it be freezing in here. Right. Why Ohio doing y'all like that? Right. It's about to be a colder weekend. I mean, in comparison, we was finally like to 80.
It's like a high of like 50 something this weekend.
No bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno, my friend. Yes. So, shout out to Bree. Bree was a guest on our show as well. She was a guest on Lucas Live. She was a guest on Lucas Live. And a good friend of ours. Shout out to her. We're so glad to have her.
Shout out to Bree. Nisha, good morning.
Nisha, the narrator. Nisha is the narrator of life. If you guys don't know Nisha, connect with Nisha. She just keeps it real in your head. She's like that voice on Everybody Hates Chris. If you ever saw that show back in the day with
Right.
Chris Rock, she just says what's real with love.
love Nisha.
We
Right.
love Nisha.
We
She's
love
real,
it.
but she's loving. But she is hilarious. We love Nisha. Yes, Noella. EQ. EQ over IQ. Let me explain this concept real quick before we jump into this. Emotional intelligence is EI, or EQ, which is emotional quotient. Like IQ is intellectual quotient. They're measuring your level of intellect. And we've all heard of IQ and IQ tests, and there's kids that are geniuses and they're like they have a crazy high IQ of 215 and they're 7 years old or something crazy. Our EQ is the measure of our emotional intelligence. They don't have a lot of EQ tests, but EQ or EI is 4 skill sets or 4 domains, which is self-awareness, self-control, social awareness or empathy of others, and then relationship skills or people skills.
Okay.
And those are really important in business, but they're really important in relationships as well. So when you suggested we talk about this topic, I was like, that's one that I love because I talk about that all the time. So
all the time.
I'm super excited about it this morning. So we're going to help you guys personally and professionally improve your self-awareness and talk about some self-reflection. What's going on there? That's interesting.
Oh,
Is that a voice modulation thing?
I don't know what that is. I think it's like trying to put the words up.
Oh, but the music is messing it up, maybe.
I don't know. Don't have nothing to do with that stuff.
Well, people are seeing it funny, and it's blocking stuff, maybe.
See? Now it's right.
It's because I just turned the music down, I think. Something weird was going on our phones.
I like the music. I feel like I need
the
to
music
talk
is
over
on.
music.
It's still
okay.
on. I'm just trying to make sure it's not blasting into the speaker.
So I can hear it in my head when I'm talking. But it's all right.
That's cool. We
can turn it down.
Okay. we ain't be on here fighting. What's going on? That just ain't right.
Right.
Okay. She said it's giving it the vibes. All right. Cool. Bree said it's giving it the vibes. All right. We got it. We got y'all. As long as y'all can hear us too.
The energy.
Yep. All right. So let's talk, babe. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. What's up?
Let's talk about some self-reflection.
It's doing that weird thing again, but yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. It's every time I turn the sound.
Don't look at it.
If I put the sound on 10, it fixes it, I think.
All right, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
All right. Y'all let us know if y'all can hear the music. Is the music in our volume balanced well? Is it the music too loud and we're too quiet and we're not loud enough, or is it too what's up?
This is a good example. Though Ella said it's live. Yes, live. But this is a good example of some self-reflection.
Yeah.
You think one thing, I think another thing.
True.
Like I just want to hear the music, flow a little bit, vibe a little bit, so I can talk over the music. I feel like I do well when I'm talking over the music, and I can just jam a little bit, with it. But the people are seeing some stuff, and it's not right.
Okay, she said it's cool. Bree said they don't even see it.
I don't even know what they see. It could just be up on my thing because I got my volume down. So that's probably why the words are popping up. But it's like the words are popping up. I think Facebook does this automatically.
Yeah, it does.
When you want to watch, you want to watch something with the volume down, it transcribes it for you. Well, it's popping up with something over it, and Lucas thinks it's because the music is playing.
You said that kind of strong. And Lucas thinks. Because Lucas's brain is broken. Like, what? Hold on. All right, go ahead.
This is a good time for me to do some self-reflection. Do I really need to talk over this music? I don't.
Okay.
So
true story.
Pick my battles,
I win.
Let it go.
No, just kidding.
Because we're live. And we don't have time for this. So just she said the sound is balanced.
Everybody says sounds balanced.
Good. Just let them do whatever you got to do to get this off the screen.
All right, sounds good. Well, I love that. Self-reflection?
Yeah, because this is your part of what you do. This is your part, the technical stuff.
Right.
I'm just, here talking.
I like that. I like that. That's really good, right? It's like whatever the other person, this is a great point. Okay, so what I love what she's saying, because a lot of times we want to let somebody lead on something until we have an opinion and we want to override their whole system. It's like if you want somebody, if I want my wife to cook, but I want to come in the kitchen and tell her how to do it, she's like, if you know how to do it so well, dude, do it. What are you doing? Let me do my process. Let me do my thing. Now, that doesn't mean we can't give each other feedback.
Right.
It doesn't mean you can't come into my office, into my domain, into my space, and tell me to adjust something. I'm okay with it. I promise I am.
So don't be in the kitchen tasting everything, sprinkle some more right here.
Right. My mama used to do it like this.
Maybe
Where's
heat
the
that
sugar?
up a little bit longer. Right.
Put the sugar in the spaghetti sauce because my mama used to do it. No, I'm just playing.
Right.
That's great. But it takes self-awareness because what people like to be is aware of other people.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy for me to tell you what's wrong with you, harder for me to think about what's wrong with me. Self-awareness is saying I can see what's good and what's not so good in me and the things that I do. It's my willingness to actually look in the mirror, but not just a physical mirror, right?
Right.
We got to take some time to self-reflect. So you was going to talk about like with some stuff we can do to look inside. Is that right?
Yeah. So self-reflection, I love it so much because it's like literally you're taking time to calm down, not think about anything else except for yourself. You're analyzing yourself. And one time that you could do this, like it's best to do this daily, like at the end of the day. Like if you got super mad today, it'd be great to just calm down at the end of the day, get still, and just think about that situation, reflect on it, and think about what happened. What was my part in this? Why did I get so upset? Like, what was it that really bothered me?
Right.
Good morning, Christina.
Morning, Christina on YouTube. We got people on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Hello, everybody, everywhere. We appreciate you guys.
Hey.
Shout out to Restream for allowing us to broadcast everywhere. If you guys are interested, let me know. I can help you out.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I like that.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, just reflect. Like, think about what it is that got you upset, and then like think through that situation. Yeah. One way I love to do this personally is like through meditation.
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle of our conversation, she'd be like, babe. She's like, No, I was just playing. No, she don't do it like that. I think she do it in her own time. I think.
Yes, in my own time. I just be asleep during our conversation.
All right. I be dozing off. You be talking too much. It'd be noon. I'd be like, babe, it's the middle of the day. She'd be like, I ain't got time for this. All right. So meditation, taking time to really reflect.
Yeah, and there's so many different types of meditation, but one of my favorite meditation. Hi, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
One of my favorite meditation types is command meditation. So I just want to tell a quick story.
Well, you got to explain what the heck that is.
People I know I'm going to explain it through a meditation. Through my
what
story.
What is that?
So command meditation, I'll tell y'all real quick, is when you command your thoughts to go to a certain place. So instead of letting your mind just run wild and your thoughts is all everywhere, you're like, I'm mad at this. Well, I'm happy about this. You just got thoughts everywhere.
They're coming in left and right. You don't know what's happening.
Right.
You're like, I feel how I feel. I can't help it because stuff just coming in. It's like, it's commanded.
Yeah, you can command your thoughts to go to a certain place. And I do this all the time. Like, I had to learn how to do this. This has been really powerful and helpful to me. So I just want to tell you guys a quick story. When me and Lucas first got together, I don't even know how long we've been together.
You don't know how long we've been together?
About 13.
Oh, 12. Man. Nah, it's been about 13 and a half. We going on 14.
Okay, going on 14. See, I was right. I was right in
there.
No,
you said 12 and 14,
I was
babe.
right in there, y'all.
You were off to the left and off to the right. You were all off. Okay, I need you to get in the middle.
But when we first got together those years ago, I remember you told me that I was negative, and it was true. Mm-hmm. Like, I already knew that I was. Like, when he said it, it was just, I wasn't offended. I was like, oh, man, he's right, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I would just say stuff, but that's the environment I grew up in, and I was just always saying something negative. Like, it was just ingrained in me.
I was like, ain't that bad, babe. It's just peanut butter and jelly. Calm down.
You know, you got people that example. They say, do you see the glass half full or half empty?
Right. Optimistic versus pessimistic.
It was half empty for me.
Yeah.
So over the years, like, it took a lot for me to break that. Like, I had to teach myself to start looking at the good in everything. And I do that through command meditation. Even now, like, I see something. I was a little bit mad this morning before we.
Were you? Really?
It was my fault though. Like, I had to think about it. Yeah. Okay.
It was my fault for real. I really thought I messed it up.
Yeah.
I really did. I was gonna own that. Right after this, I was gonna be like, my bad for real. I really did think it was me.
No, let's talk about it.
Let's talk it through. Y'all want to hear our business?
Yeah.
Let's bring them into the house. We're gonna bring y'all in, and that's what this show is about. And this is something we talked a lot about. And we're also gonna be doing a group coming soon, a mentorship group for people who are interested, singles and couples who want to come a little closer. We're going to be doing a monthly class. Similar to this, it'll be live, but only to the specific group. It'll be a Zoom training. It'll give you more chance to ask questions. We may have some worksheets, some things for you to do. We'll have monthly love exercises to do week to week to help you strengthen your love muscles, your endurance to push through and persevere, get you in shape. I always say I like to help people get fit for healthy relationships. So we're going to help you guys with that. So people who are interested, we're going to be putting out information about that really soon. Yes. It's also going to be a group and everything where we're going to support each other. And it's just going to be something worthwhile and very valuable. So we will be giving you information, finalizing that for you guys for next week. We're almost there. We wanted to make sure everything was just right. So we look forward to you guys knowing more about that. But one of our goals on the show and in that is to share our lives, to share the stories. Yep. Because a lot of people have heard a lot of stuff about how to have healthy relationships, but a lot of people don't get a peek behind the veil, like what goes on in those things. Like, are they always happy like this? Are they putting on for us because they're live? Do they ever argue? Do they have issues with the kids? Do they have issues with the bills? Do they have issues with the car? Do they got, like, what's life like? And not that our life has to make the model for you, but it can give you an idea, right, of something that you can think about as you plan your future fit relationship, right? Get them fit for relationship, mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit, right? We're talking about the inward things. And for those who want to get physically fit as well, it starts inside anyway. So we're going to help you get inwardly fit for relationships, which is going to help you take it outward. All right. Good morning, Ashley. I didn't even see you. She jumped in there. I was talking.
Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. So glad you're here. Ashley's on my list. Okay. I have a list of people I'm like going to reach out to specifically. Like, I want you to be a part of our group because we love you guys so much. All right. So let's go.
All right.
So you were going to talk about command meditation. You were going to use our story of this morning. You were about to tell them how I didn't do it. Okay. I don't know. I thought I did it. I was really for real. And I can share how I thought I did it too. Okay.
So this morning, as we're getting up to get ready to come be live with you guys, we got up. I got in the shower. Lucas came in while I was in the shower, and he's like, "I just need to shave real quick. So I'll be right out." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I was like, "I'll go get dressed, and then I'll come back in the bathroom." Mm-hmm. Well, I go get dressed, and he's still in the bathroom. And I'm like, waiting around, like, okay, what is he in there doing? He didn't just have to shave. He was in there doing other stuff too, like washing up and stuff. I'm like, it doesn't sound like, he just had to shave,
I got did and get cleaned up. I had to, get the spackle out my eye, brush all my teeth.
So
I did take more time. Yeah. That's why I felt responsible because, sometimes you tell people you only need a little bit of time, but you kind of know you might need a little bit more. It's like, I just need to shave even in there. I'm like, I might as well get everything done. Right?
Yeah. So at this point, I'm getting a little irritated.
Okay.
So I just come in the bathroom, I get my stuff, and then I go to a different bathroom so I can finish getting dressed. Because I know that I'm going to be irritated if I'm pushing it to the end.
Right.
And it's like, we got 10 minutes and I'm still trying to get ready. So I'm like, let me just go to a different bathroom and get ready. So while I'm in there, I'm finishing getting ready.
Went to a different bathroom. Praise God. We got multiple bathrooms.
Yeah.
Right?
But I like our bathroom.
Me too.
My stuff was
Me too. Right.
There.
That's right. I feel the same way. We go to other bathrooms. We feel all displaced.
Right.
We're like refugees. Like, man, I got to go in this other bathroom. And
I feel like the lighting isn't as good.
This is not right. It's not the glory, right?
So I'm in the other bathroom. I'm, getting ready. And I'm thinking, I can't be irritated while we're going live on the show.
Right.
I was like, I need to pull it together. So I'm telling myself, pull it together. And I'm talking myself through it.
Right.
Well, good morning, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Go ahead.
So I'm talking myself through it. I'm like, I didn't get up one time. I usually wake up a couple hours. I like to be dressed and ready, like a full hour or a good 45 minutes before we even do anything. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just how I like to be. And I like to give him his time in the bathroom.
She's going to say, he's more last minute. He's more like, he did 12 things, and then he come to the bathroom at the last second, like.
I was going to say it, but
I
then
I do.
Like...
My mom used to say that. My mom used to be like, because we grew up, we in the project, we got like one bathroom, and whatever. We got more people than bedrooms. I'm
Right.
sleeping in the basement and stuff. And I would be like, my mom had to take me to like football practice or whatever it was. And I would get up in just enough time to go get a shower, get ready, get dressed. She'd be like, how do you get to get up at the last second and get ready? And I got to take you. That ain't right. That's selfish. I'd be like, Mom, but I'm trying to get my rest. So I don't know.
But the funny part is, like, this is what I'm mad about. I'm going through it in my head. Like, he getting up at the last second. Like, he does this all the time. And then when I said it to myself, I was like, he does this all the time. He's been doing this for years. Like, I know him. I should have got up at the time. Like, I got up late today. That was just it,
Right.
I didn't wake up on time. Yeah, I didn't wake up on time. So I was like, okay, like, get over it, like, that was your fault. Like, I was up, and then I was laying there, and I went back to sleep. And then
it was all bad.
I should have just got up.
It's so crazy, too, because, it's a great example, and I really appreciate it because a lot of times our adjustments in relationships, if you're wise, it is smart. You can only change you. Like, I can't change her. I can only change me. And as I change, she may change. And I can trust that that's between her and the Lord. Her and the good Lord, And I tell on her with Dad. Dad in heaven, please get her. But get her together. That's your daughter. You gave her to me. And I'm just trying to deal with it. I was thinking, I overslept. I was up late, with the kids, and it was just a different kind of evening too, Like, I was trying to watch LeBron James out there. I was trying to watch my man LeBron out there. And so I overslept too, right? So we both laying there, and I was having a crazy dream that I was literally dreaming, trying to interpret the dream. Like, what is this telling me? Like, somebody was drowning. Like, I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, it's deep. It was deep. I had to save someone who was drowning. So it means something. I know what it means, right? Anyway. So, but I was laying there, like, literally, like, still trying to process that and think that. So then we get up, and you in the bathroom, and I'm like, man. Then I'm like, let me go in here. She in the shower. I can get to the sink. Let me at least shave real quick, right? And then, you came out, whatever. I was like, can I finish this? You were like, cool. You super nice about it. I was like, I'll only be a little bit. And I really wasn't trying to steal the whole time, whatever. I really wasn't. In my head, I really wasn't thinking that. And he was being real sweet. And I took it for granted too. So I feel like sometimes I feel bad because it's easy to take kindness, like, not for a weakness, but to be like, they're so understanding, they'll be understanding. I hope they understand. I'm just trying to get through the process so I can be fully ready, and then they can fully have their time. But as she was reflecting on it being her fault, I was reflecting on it being my fault. Now, it's not really about fault as much as it's about change, improvement, and communication. So I love that.
And taking responsibility for your part.
Absolutely.
We were both late.
We were.
that's just what it is.
Right.
When you boil it all down,
Right.
We both woke up late.
Right.
We both could have done better.
Right. Noella says, while taking responsibility for our actions, definitely something that a lot of, if you want to peek into a healthy relationship, and please, we'll tell you guys, there's going to be a day where possibly we stumble in this. And today was almost one. We want to be transparent here. No, never. We won't. We want to be transparent here and share our lives with you guys. So we appreciate it. And if you haven't shared the broadcast or told somebody about this show to come check it out next week, let somebody know, or to watch the replay. If you know singles or couples who you're like, they could use a little something. And this is like a live show, free training kind of thing. Like, this is where we're giving this away. Our mentorship group is going to have a small monthly fee. But if you don't have to join that, you don't have to get all the help. If you just want to stay on the fringes of help. No, I'm just kidding. No, stay on the outer gates. No, but this is fine. I mean, this is a place where we just want to give back and share with everybody. So we want to be honest and open. Nisha says, I do all that reflection, Corine, and still be mad.
I feel you, Nisha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took me a second. I was like, am I going to be mad at this? Like, am I going to? And I had to decide not to be. I was like, okay, let me go down here and smile. But I understand what you're saying. Like, you could do their self-reflection in that moment. You could be like, okay, I'm going to get over this. And then say, like, an hour later, they do the exact same thing. Like, say we were leaving and going somewhere an hour later.
Right.
And I'm in the car waiting for you. And you come scurrying out at the last second.
Scurrying like a squirrel. Like, what is scurrying? Like,
I'm coming.
Here I go.
And we already late,
Right.
Like, I can see how that could be like,
yeah,
I'm still mad, But it's like, it's just something you have to do. Like, you have to keep reflecting, keep commanding those thoughts to go somewhere else. And
good question from Noella. Great, thank you, Nisha, for that. Great question. Noella said, did you talk before the broadcast? We talked, but we talked about technical stuff like, what are we doing with this? What are we doing with that? Are we going to launch the group today? No, we got a couple things to do. It was just a real, like, let's get situated situation. We didn't talk about that we were going to talk about what happened this morning, nor did we talk about how that went. I didn't know she was reflecting thinking it was her, and she didn't know I was reflecting thinking it was me. Right. So no, we didn't really talk about that. So you guys are getting it live, raw and real here.
I probably wouldn't have said anything at all either. Like, I just wanted to give a good live example.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Right.
Sarah, you better be on time for the rest of your day.
I know, right. I got it. I don't like to be late either, Sarah. In fact, shout out to Sarah. I don't like to be late either. But it's easy to time stuff up for me. Right? I'd be like, where y'all at? Like, I timed it up for me. I'm ready now. But it's like, you could be in other people's way. Now, Bree made a comment here I want to go back to. She said, I have to actively work through my thoughts. It's dangerous to leave them unchecked. This is good. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Bree. It is dangerous to self-reflection. No, people, we don't leave our house without looking in the mirror. Right. It's dangerous to leave it unchecked. And what's the danger of not fixing your face? Nothing really. It's not that dangerous, but we act like it is. So we work really hard on fixing our outward appearance, but we don't always work as hard on fixing our inward hearts and our inward minds and the way we're thinking. And that's a self-check thing. Yes. That's a daily oil change. That's a daily maintenance of the mind. And if we don't do it, we'll find ourselves in a ditch. We'll find our car with the alignment off. Like, every now and then you got to go get your car's alignment fixed. And what it is it just slowly gets off a little bit by slight degrees. And if you ever get it done, a lot of the shops will give you a diagram of how they adjusted it. And they'd be like, we adjusted this to 1/100th of a degree or something silly. You'd be like, I paid all that money for y'all to adjust it that little bit. Like, I can drive. If it's just off that little bit, I'll just hold the wheel, right? But the truth is, a little bit off can lead to a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it can.
It can lead you into a ditch. And a lot of people are not getting the proper alignment. And when she said control meditation, she's saying, I am aligning it myself. I am going to make sure, command meditation. What did I say? Control meditation. I'm making up stuff. Control. Janet Jackson. I'm sorry. Command meditation is commanding our minds to go where we want them to go. We have to stop saying things like, I just feel how I feel. I can't help how I feel. I used to accept that from people, especially my kids. I used to be like, that's true. It's not fair to be like, you can control all your feelings. You can't help how something makes you feel. And while you may not be able to control that initial impact, you can control what you do with it because you're so self-aware and you're able to become self-controlled enough to take control of it and command those thoughts, take all thoughts into captivity and command them to do something so that you're not running off the road because you're being emotionally minded. Emotional intelligence is about becoming being a responder instead of a reactor. Right? Responding is an intellectual, my mind's, I choose to do things. Reacting is I just emotionally do stuff. And I always ask people, like, who would you want to show up in an emergency? A first responder or a first reactor? Right. Reactor is panicking. I'm reacting to the moment. I didn't know it was going to be a fire over here. I didn't know people was going to be in the building, right? But a responder is like, I've been trained to go into that. So we want to become responders in life. I know what this is like. You thought about how I normally am.
I like that.
And you responded to it with your minds, right? Instead of being overwhelmed and run by your heart. All right. Let's check out some more comments. Let's see.
And go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Really quick, I wanted to say too, like, about what you were saying. Like, this show is called The Love Within, and self-reflection is literally love within. Like, our mentor, Dr. Anthony Rhodes, he always says that love is a bond. Or where you're reflecting with yourself, you are literally bonding with yourself. Yes. And then when you're able to bond with yourself, you can bond with others correctly. Yes. Like, when he says love is a bond, like, I always think about like just two people bonding together because they like each other, they get along with each other, and over time it becomes something more and something deeper. So I love that, like, that bond thought so much. Like, as you are reflecting on yourself, you are spending time with yourself, and over time you are getting closer to yourself and loving yourself even more and finding more enjoyment within yourself. So I love that so much.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Vivian King, shout out to Vivian King. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad I went live on LinkedIn today.
Yeah.
Some people joined us. Vivian King was a guest on Lucas Live. Lucas Live, we are going to be doing some fun new things soon. I'm excited about that. First responder versus first reactor. Yes, think about it. We want to be responders. I respond to things and not respond in spite, not respond with petty thoughts, right? Sometimes people are responders. They're being thoughtful about how they take a shot at the other person. Mm-hmm. They really getting their aim right before they take that shot. They're like, oh, I'm about to get him. I'm about to hit him low, below the belt with some stuff in just a minute. Put the comment up to get in the work van. He has flower. Oh, wait. Let's see what just happened. Wait. This is hilarious. Wait. Amanda said, "Woo, I may have needed this as I'm headed to do cars in the rain with my husband." Okay, so her and her husband have a car detailing business. Her husband has a car detailing business, and she supports him in that. And so at times when he needs help or another worker, she's in there detailing cars. She didn't grow up dreaming of detailing cars. It's not her.
But she get out there
and does it. Yeah. So she just said that comment just a minute ago. And then she said, I just need y'all to know, I put that comment up and I get in the work van and he has flowers on the seat. Shout out to my man Aaron Duke. Shout out to my guy out here.
I love that.
Flowers on the seat. Round of applause for my man.
I love that situation. Like, she's going to do something that she doesn't necessarily want to do. She's about to detail cars in the rain, as she said.
Right? In the cold rain.
Right. In the cold rain.
But it's all good.
And Aaron knows that,
that's a sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a sacrifice. So, and he did something for her to get her, ready and going for the day, get her motivated. I love that. Put some flowers on the seat.
Yes.
Let's talk about the love within.
The love within. That's what's up. And that's the key. Like, self-awareness also, when you're self-aware, people struggle to have empathy and understanding for others because they're not self-aware.
Right.
It's like, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, if you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor. You can't know your neighbor if you don't know yourself. You can't care for your neighbor and do for your neighbor if you don't do for yourself. So he realizes, like, this is a sacrifice she's making to help me, help us, help our business, right? That's what they're doing together. And to take the time to do something as simple as get some flowers. He either got up early and went and did that, which I don't know when that would have been, or he did it last night. Thinking ahead, being thoughtful is so good. All right. Love the flowers. People always say give people their flowers while they're here. But even in relationships, that's not just some mentor or somebody you love. Literally daily, I want to give you your flowers, even if I don't give you literal flowers every day.
Right.
I want to be consciously showing you love. Right?
Right.
So everybody's excited. We're out here celebrating. Tell Aaron he's a star here on The Love Within today. That's my guy. I love it.
Shout out to Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron and Amanda. It's so important. So, continuing with self-reflection and self-awareness, you guys let us know, how good are you? If you could, on a scale of 1 to 4, 1 to 4, because that doesn't give you a chance to do 3. If I say 1 to 5, everybody be like, I'm about average. On a scale of 1 to 4, how would you rate your self-awareness? Let's start with that. Self-awareness. How aware are you of yourself, your emotions, your feelings? And you'll know you're good at it if you respond more than you react. Because most people who react aren't that aware of what they're doing. And you'll also know that you're struggling with this or you're not doing as well if you often regret things that you've said and done. Now, if you often find yourself being very proud of the things you've said and done, you've thought before you spoke, and how yourself, that may mean that you're more self-aware. But you can think about it for yourself. We'd love to hear in the comments if you guys could give us a 1 through 4 on where you think you are with self-awareness. How aware are you of yourself, of your feelings, of your emotions, of how things are going? We're looking for your comments.
Yes, that's a good
in the comments.
That's a good example too. Like when you think about if you are regretful. Like, I used to get to the end of the day and regret a whole bunch of stuff that I said.
Interesting, really?
I used to just speak, without 3.5. I used to just speak without thinking. Like, I would say whatever came to my mind. And another self-reflection moment as well, like a lot of me being regretful as well came out of insecurity. So I had to, caring too much what other people thought of me. So I had to come away from that as well.
Okay.
So now I get to the end of the day, and when I think about some things that I said, sometimes why did I say that? And other times it's like, I said it and I meant it,
Right.
and it's not like nothing mean, but it's just like sometimes I'll be like, oh, why did I say that? I seem silly or goofy or whatever. It's like, whatever, I said it, I meant it, you know, like that's me, you know, whatever. So, yeah, you can go to.
That's interesting. Shout out. I didn't know that. When you said that, I didn't know that you would have days where you regretted it.
Yeah. Yes, you did, because I used to like especially when I did like speaking engagements.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'd be like, I'm never doing speaking
I thought
engagements
you meant more
again.
during interpersonal interactions,
Just,
but I see what
yeah,
you mean.
but like all the time, like I would regret things that I said all the time.
Right. Shout out to Best West.
Best West.
Shout out to you. Know we love when we see you pop up in here. She knows she's she's like our little sister. We love her. We're gonna adopt her. We do add little sisters. Yeah, we do. We try to add about one a year. I think we go. She's our new little. She was one of my kids though. She was always mine. So I love that. And being aware of reflecting. You were reflecting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday I had only a one thing. Okay. All right. Let me look at some of these numbers. Vivian King said 3.5. Excellent. Right.
Yes.
Very aware. And when it comes to emotional intelligence, what I want you guys to realize is there's people who are self-aware, but not self-controlled.
Yeah.
Which is odd because you sometimes are like, man, you're so aware, but they be like, I know I'm crazy. You're
right.
Like, but do you know what you're doing to others?
They take pride in it.
They take pride in it. I say what I want. I shoot from the hip. I just say, I'm like my grandma. My grandma was like that. We just tell people off and we don't care what happened. We like, you got a bunch of dead bodies laying around you because you done just shot everybody in the room every time you come in, and you don't realize people are starting to shy away from you. Now, there may be some who laugh and enjoy it, and they're like, oh, you're so funny. But they take you in. They don't bond to you. They just take you for who you are, and they're like, it's cool. They're like, oh, I love your personality. You crazy. But then they go on about their business. They're not talking to you about no business ventures and, doing any partnerships. They like, nah, I couldn't have them running my store or my restaurant. They'd be in there telling everybody off.
Right.
So I love that. I love this awareness. Best West, Ashanti said three. She said 3/4. She's 3 or 4 probably. She said, I'm pretty good. I have to stop and think about how I'm going to respond and the impact it might have on others. I love that. Remember, I think I said this another week, the difference between intent and impact. People often argue their intentions. Now, intentions are huge. Yeah. Intentions matter so much. So don't hear me. I'm not downgrading intentions because you're going to hear us talk about intentions a ton. And God cares a lot about intentions.
Yeah.
However, God also cares about the impact. You can't just talk about, if your intentions were really so good, your impacts would be better.
Yeah.
Everybody hurts people. And they be like, I didn't mean to do it. Well, what did you do to change between the last time you ran somebody off the road and this time? Well, you can't keep saying you didn't intend to do things that you keep doing. Because if your intentions were aligned, your impacts would be aligned with your intent.
Yep.
So if you keep finding people hurting around you, you got to change your intentions, right? Not excuse it by saying, babe, I didn't mean to do that this morning. That's an easy argument people get into, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's always about I didn't mean to mess you up. Beth Gross says 2.5. All right. Thank you for your honesty here. Yeah. It's moving on up. She's working on it. That's awesome. I'm not looking for people to score themselves low, but I always appreciate when people can and be honest, openly and say, I have room for improvement. I'm really looking to improve. Noella says 3.5. She's pretty aware. She knows how she's feeling, how she's doing, how she's choosing to respond.
2.5 isn't that bad, though.
No, 2.5 isn't bad.
It's more than halfway.
Yeah. I wasn't saying our friend Beth was wrong. Now you're making it good or right or wrong now. It's not. Disha says she thinks she's a 3. And Amanda says she thinks she's a 3. Now, you can't be aware if you're thinking and you don't know. You got to know. I thought if you're a 3, you know.
Okay. You should put something else later on.
All right, we'll catch it.
Yeah.
Nishka said 2 to 3, getting to a 4. Awesome. That is where we want to be. That is where we want to be. All right, let's see. And then my good friend Ashley Jenkins said, I used to be a -3. No, I'm a regular 3. She's the absolute value of -3. This is like a math, the timeline.
That is hilarious.
She used to be a -3. Oh, Ashley, I love it. Ashley's comedy album is coming out.
Right.
Good job, Ashley. I used to always get on Ashley, what are you doing? Why would you say that? Like, don't know. Like, come on. What are you saying? But Ashley was the type of person, she was so real in who she was. She was the kind of person you loved, even though she'd say stuff that was crazy because you knew she was. It was so cool. So, all right. She said, this is the year of 4.
Nisha said,
where was that at?
Right there.
Here? Okay.
She said, I think I said 3 because I don't want to be too I'm perfect.
Oh,
LOL.
okay.
I think
But you're
I'm
really a 4. Go ahead. If you're a 4, be aware that you're a 4. Be aware it's good to be a 4.
Be a 4, Nisha.
Yeah,
be
be 4. To be or not to be. 4 or 3. All right. It's all good. We like that. We like that. That's good. So listen, and this is something we did. We're reworking our book, The Marriage Plan, right?
Yep. Oh, sorry, I was reading some other comments.
Shout out to Sharice.
Hey,
gave herself a 3.
Did Sharice say hi?
She didn't. She didn't. She slid in the back. It's okay.
Yeah, she just slid in.
She knows she at home with us.
Right.
Yeah, she knows she at home. She just slide in and say what's up.
Oh, hey, Sharice.
Hey, Sharice. Hey, Odetta. Hey.
Yeah, hey, Odetta.
She said she would say a 3 out of 4. All right. Had to command my thoughts a few minutes ago. Had to get it right. She's like, get it right. Get it right. I love that, Odetta. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. So what were you saying?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yep.
Okay. So I love Mrs. Tyndale's braids, by the way. Did not want to misspell Corine. All right, she's Mrs. Tyndale. Corine, right? She didn't want to misspell your name. But a couple people said they love your braids, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
It's Corine.
Yes. Aunt Lane was late to the game, but she jumped in too. We saw you slide in. I saw you. I threw your post up, so I knew you knew. I saw you see us, Aunt Lane. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love and support here. Yes, the right topic this morning. Eldetta said we brought the right topic. Sharice says listening and working, right? She at work. She like, I can't, she got to work. She got to work. But we appreciate you being here.
Sharice. Yes.
Yes.
Love you.
So, again, self-awareness. It is so important, ladies and gentlemen, singles, couples. If you're single, you need to put yourself around good people who can give you feedback.
Right.
We also suggest people get around people of the opposite sex to get feedback from them. Not like just every conversation. If you're a female, you don't go to every male friend every time like, as a man, am I pretty? As a man, do I sound crazy right now? It's like, no. He runs like, why don't he call me no more? But we need feedback, right? We need feedback to know how to improve, right? A lot of times people think they're building a skill, but you could be building the wrong muscle over and over and over.
Well, I have a good idea to build this self-reflection skill. You do it with little things. Like, you start off with little things. You said something earlier. I'm trying to remember it, so I'm just going to keep talking.
What was it? Self-awareness, self-reflection?
It was just something like
Reactor,
you said.
Responder?
No. It's all right. But it's like something like you do it. You self-reflect about, like, the small things. Like, I'm trying to think, like, it doesn't have to be a huge argument. Like, you can self-reflect about dinner. You can self-reflect
about, did I hold the door for you?
Yeah.
Like, I think about that. Like, did I hold the door? Did I, was I patient in something small?
Yeah.
Or even when you're not offended by something, sometimes I self-reflect and think, I'm glad she laughed. She gave me grace and mercy by laughing instead of saying, shut up, or you went too far, or something. And I feel that from you. I appreciate it.
And you can think about it like your overall attitude, like, are you a person that seems to always be upset about something? Like, does little things make you mad? And it's like, well, yeah, that made me mad, because of whatever. Like, are you always thinking about how something offended you? Like, somebody said a long time ago, you being offended is a choice.
Yeah.
Like,
you're taking offense.
Yeah.
People even say that.
Yeah.
I took offense to that. Yeah, you took that.
Yeah, you took it.
Right.
You took it and ran with it. Like, so you don't have to be offended. And when somebody said that, I really took that and took it to heart. Like, that is true. Like, I don't have to be offended by what other people say. Like, I don't have to carry other people's opinions with me and stuff like that. Like, I don't have to listen to other people, especially when they're saying negative or bad things like about me per se. Like, I don't have to take that. I can be like, okay, I'll take it for what it is, and I'll keep moving. I'll take that person for what it is. Like, you want to be at peace with everybody as long as it depends on you.
Yes.
So think about that and, like, really practice that, build that muscle up. Like, stop being offended by everything. Like, look for ways to be happy. Like, always just look for ways to have joy.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Often, I think we get caught up in a world of bad news. So we're always looking for bad news, right? She said, offense is the gateway to unforgiveness. Pastor Michael Todd. Shout out to him, right? Thanks, Shanti. Yeah, offense is the gateway to unforgiveness. Yeah. So first I start taking offense, then I start building up resentment. And we always hear the model prayer, which says, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, or our debts and debtors. Trespassing is you came into my space unauthorized. You came onto my property unauthorized. You are a trespasser. You trespassed into my peace. I was sitting here having a peaceful moment, and you came over here picking a fight, right? That's how people feel. You came over here, I was relaxing, watching the game, and you want to talk about some deep stuff. I was sitting here trying to get your kids together, and the kids is running around. You the reason these kids got these big heads, and I gotta fix these, comb these big heads, and I gotta deal with these kids. And we get so bothered that this other person is trespassing against us. Right. So we got to forgive those trespasses because we want God to forgive us our trespasses, right? When we are improperly stepping in places where we should not, when we are doing things that we should not be doing, when we are going into debt with God because of the things that we're doing, we are holding an account, and we got to be careful with that. We gotta daily forgive the account of the ones we love. Yes, yourself. And yourself. That's good. Yeah. Because I can't stay bonded to you if I feel like you owe me. If every day I wake up every morning like, oh, she owed me for yesterday. I can't believe she said that to me. Well, we start off in the negative. Yep. And then the day goes negative, right? So we want to think about that. We want to be more positive out here, all right? We want to be more positive out here. Not the big heads, right? Not the big heads. You know, it's always the dad's fault if the kids got big heads. I think it's the dad's fault.
And one thing that Dr. Roman talks about that I think is so powerful, and I need to get here, you know. This is some self-reflection.
Right, like now it's happening.
I know I need to get here because I'm not here yet. But forgiving and forgetting. He's like, if you truly forgive somebody, you forget.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Like literally forget.
Literally. He's talking about literally, like, and that's me, though. I be forgetting.
Yeah, you do. Like, Lucas be forgetting stuff. Like, that's one of the qualities, like, I love about you so much. Like, he is such a forgiving person. He, like, you just don't keep record of wrong. Like, you just don't. But I be reminding him. He'd be like, babe, I'm about to go to coffee with somebody. And I'm like, I'm about to go to coffee. I'm just about to give a generic name with Dan. I'm like, Dan?
Why you say Dan? I know, I got a friend named Dan. You can't use a generic name when somebody actually have a friend with. Dan, she's not talking about you.
Not you, Dan.
We need a name like
Ken.
I got a friend. No, I'm just playing. Okay, let's do Ken. All right, Ken and Barbie. Ken.
I'm about to go to coffee with Ken. I'm like, Ken who punched you in the face and then told everybody that your head was big, and then like I go down the list of everything they did. I'd be like, that Ken done did.
I'd be like, when did Ken punch me? You'd be like, you still got a knot. I'd be like, that was from Ken? That must have been an accident. Ken would never do that.
Right. I'd be remembering. But Lucas don't remember. He'd be like, what? You know?
Right.
Yeah. So I love that about you.
I appreciate that.
That's something I want to that you inspire me on.
Awesome.
That I want to pick up from you.
Awesome.
After all these years, I'm still working on it. I don't know. I've been remembering everything.
Right. You should say, what if you don't love them? Well, then whatever. I mean, if you don't love them, then out the window. No big deal. It's all good. Do what you want. Do what you like.
Peace.
Right. Be at peace. Shout out to our guy, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
Brother and sister, that's my guy. Came in doing the running man. Forgive me. That's my guy. I love Chris. If you guys missed the last episode of the Final Answer podcast.
So good.
It was so good. Chris was our guest. Me and Dr. Anthony Roman interviewed Chris, and he was phenomenal. He was just being a great guy, and ended up on tour with the lovely Whitney Houston, hanging out backstage with the one and only Bobby Brown. And he even gave some reflection on that, which was fascinating. So go back, check out that episode. It's at Success Epitomized Facebook page and YouTube page. Make sure you check that out. That was phenomenal.
I really love The Final Answer. It's a great podcast.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love that you love it. I was going to say about the forgiving and forgetting that I love that it was confirmed for me when Dr. Roman told us that is godly, right? It says God forgives and forgets. He casts it as far as the east is from the west, right? So he is. Where's Ken?
I love that, Christina.
Christina be ready to fight for me. She's like, where's this Ken fella? Oh, this is probably why I can forget stuff, because I always had people in my corner who was ready to fight for me anyway. I'd be like, I ain't thinking about Ken. Ken probably beat up because my people got him already.
He tore the roof off.
Right. Yeah. Oh, man. Shut up. Listen. That was hilarious. That was so fun. We did a real quick in the interview with Chris. There was in the middle of we were recording the podcast. virtually, and there was a little rain going on, and the roof, part of the ceiling had collapsed in the middle of the podcast. Ceiling collapses. Chris is like, man, what's up? Oh man. Then he like, next question. He was like, Chris, nah, bro, like a ceiling just fell in on you, my man. Like, hey, yo, like we can record another day. He's like, no, we having fun out here. We good, man. Let me brush my suit off to get the dust off my shoulders. And my man was right back in it, got right back locked in. And if you watched it, we edited it out. You don't even know he didn't miss a beat. He came with the heat still. We was like, how is he doing this? I was like,
when Lucas asked me to edit it out, Chris, I was like looking. I was like, what in the world?
Ceiling. He tore the roof off.
I watched it like 3 times. Like, what in the world? You know, like the ceiling, like
literally fell in.
Yeah.
And he was like,
boop, boop. Yeah.
Shook the jacket off, put it back on. My man Chris is a soldier. He keep fighting. He kept going. brought the fire. But that is so important. Forgiving and forgetting. And I love that. It's a gift from God. Maybe something. I think I learned it. I probably learned the smooth play it off. Right. He was just like, get that dirt off your shoulder. He was cool. He's like, no problem. So I think I learned forgiving and forgetting. I see people putting hearts and laughs in the comments. We appreciate y'all. I think I learned it as a coping mechanism for real.
Really?
Like I realized there was too much drama and trauma going on around me as a kid to hold on to everything. I couldn't handle it. So I was seeking God. Like I really was seeking God, like help me with this. And I think what he enhanced in me was a gift that we all have, which is the ability to forgive and forget.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a talent. Like we can release more of it, right? Mm-hmm. So I think I learned it through that, and I kept it as something positive. And even when others would be like, you know, I can't believe you don't remember that negative thing, I would be like, I don't need to try to. I'd rather not remember it because I have greater peace. Because I always said hate hurts the person that holds it. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be so resentful that I start hating people and I'm mad at people because I'm the one who got to deal with the heart pains and the chest pains and the stress.
Yeah. Yeah. When you said coping mechanism, that's why I said, well, you know, because it's such a positive thing.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a coping mechanism. Like
right.
for me,
because
like,
coping isn't healing. Right?
Yeah. Like I know, like me remembering everything is like a way of like protection, like self-preservation.
So that's a coping mechanism too. You're trying
It's like, nah, I'm gonna remember because I don't want to let that person get close enough to hurt me again. You know.
Yep. Keep your eye on them.
Keep my eye.
Never do you hurt me once. Shame on you. Here's what I think. There's a saying. Elay said to forgive is not being a scorekeeper. That's right. That's what the scripture says. It says keeping no record of wrong. That's what brings love. That's what allows us to bond. I can't bond to someone if I'm continuously keeping record of wrong. All right. I love this. Shout out to Lawrence Henderson. Thank you for being here, Lawrence. Here on LinkedIn as well. We got to do this more often on LinkedIn. Who knew the LinkedIn crowd would come in so strong for the love within? He said you can't just run past. Enhance the ability to forgive and forget. Talk about the beast mode awareness. So yeah, it's an enhanced. Yeah, I thank God for that, for real. Like I know that he helped me with that ability because I wanted it. God will give us a thing. If we ask for things according to his will, he will give us what we ask for. He said, if you abide in me and my word abide in you, you can ask what you will and it shall be done. He's like, that was an abiding question. You're already in me. I'm in you. That's in sync. Your kids are asking for things you want them to have anyway. Your kids come up to you asking for a glass of water. You be like, please do. Get more water. Can I get some vegetables? Please do. Get some vegetables. Can I get more forgiveness? God is like, please do. Here's plenty of it. I can give you the ability to forgive and to forget. All right. That is so important. Good morning to the lovely Miss J. Roman. Hello.
Queen Beautiful, I am. Good morning.
Queen Beautiful, I am. Glad you're here.
Yeah. I love Vivian's comment, you know.
Here?
Like what you just said. Like people remind her of like what other people have done. She's like, she's moved on. I want to get there, you know. Like I just want to be that person. And I'm not a person who holds grudges per se. Like I won't bring it up.
Right.
I don't think. I'm trying to think about it. I really don't. Okay, here's the thing about me that this is some more self-reflection. Yeah. That I just need to get better on. Like I don't really have like a lot of arguments or anything with anybody.
True.
Because I don't let a lot of people get close to me.
That's deep.
That is deep. So I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I need to get better at that. Like I'm always saying I want a best friend, I want this and want that. But I don't let people get close to me. Like that's on me.
And I got 15 best friends.
You do. You got a lot of them. But I was thinking about it. I was like, that's on me, Like, I just don't let people get close enough to even give them the chance to do anything to me.
Right. And that way I love that thought. I love that thought.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know how, I jumped past that, but.
Well, let me help you. So here's the thing. I once wrote a book called The Man Manual, 10 Steps to Better Understanding Human.
I read it. It was a really good book.
Thank you. I remember you supported me the whole way. That was fun. It was a fun journey. And in the book, I talked about this, and Dr. Rothman talks about this as well. I was like, the problem with walls, okay, we build walls. And we grew up, I remember my generation, even in middle school, high school, people be talking about, I built a wall. I got walls up. Like, what, we got walls? You ain't even that tall. Like, you kids. What you got walls for? But everybody was building walls. And I was like, the problem with walls is not only, it doesn't let anybody in to hurt you, but it doesn't let you out either.
Yeah.
So you put yourself in the worst punishment other than the electric chair, capital punishment, death, is solitary confinement. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we put ourselves in the worst prison situation that is unnatural to mankind. We were made to relate.
When you put it like that,
I know, right? Like, don't put yourself in solitary confinement. And then we're like, I need love, I need people, I need interaction, because God created us to engage each other because He had work for us to do together. He's trying to get us to connect to Him, to connect to each other. Remember, I said this last week. I said, singles, couples, people have to learn how to, like, if I call you right now, even though your phone is right there and mine is right here, the cell phone signal is going to go up to a tower and then come down to you. God wants us to come to Him to come to each other. Right. And when we go to Him to come to each other, we can talk without we can connect from anywhere, right? You can, sometimes I just know you want a Snickers because I heard you.
Right.
I didn't hear it through the grapevine, but I heard it through the Lord, right? And I was like, wait, go get her something.
That's like one of my favorite things that happens. Real quick, you guys. Like, sometimes I'll be at home. Lucas will be gone. I'll be at home thinking like, man, I really want some sunflower seeds. I can taste it on my tongue. Then he walks in the house with sunflower seeds. And I'm like, I was just thinking I wanted these. And he'd be like, I know.
It's happened for years. Like, it was sometimes surprised me too, though, because I didn't know what this strong urge to get sunflower seeds was. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I always say, like, a lot of women, I always hear women go in the store and they be looking for stuff for their kids. They be like, man, I went in the store, I ended up buying little Johnny 3 pair of socks and 2 pair of shoes because I love him so much. I be like thinking about you. I go in the store, I be like, man, what was she like in here? I be looking at purses and all kind of silly stuff. You ain't even a real purse person. But I be like, maybe she would like this one. So Chris said, forgiveness is one serious skill of the most divine proportion, but is worth beyond wealth, especially when you're collecting mercy on your own. Amen,
Let's
brother
go, Chris. Right.
Let's go.
Talk
right. Jay said, geez, stepping all over my toes this morning. Sorry.
Me and yours both, Jay. Me and yours both.
Man, that's so funny. We're pirating, what she say? Solitary confinement, that's deep. Yeah, we're creating solitary confinement. We are locking ourselves in. Nobody's going to hurt me in here. Yeah, well, nobody's going to love you in there either. Right? Like, nobody's going to do anything for you in there. It ain't even a slot to put food through. At least they got the little slot to feed the prisoners some food or something. Let them get some time out on the yard or something. You got to go for a walk or something. Solitary confinement is a cruel punishment. But we do it to ourselves because we're like, people do it sometimes people do it contextually. Like at work, I'm going to isolate myself because I don't trust these people. Yeah. With my family, I'm going to go to the barbecue, but I'm going to sit over here and be quiet. It's like, the more you isolate yourself, that is just not good for anybody. The reason you don't do it is because you're fearful of hurt and pain. But if I trust God that He is my shield, He is my fortress, He is my protector, and He has given me the power to protect myself, even emotionally and mentally, I don't have to let your words penetrate me. I don't have to let your evil looks penetrate me and hurt me. So I don't have to lock myself in. I get to walk through boldly. A soldier's not afraid. Right. They walk onto the battlefield like, I'm not afraid of the darts that are being thrown at me because I know where my protection comes from.
Amen, husband. Get me together.
Hey.
Sometimes you got to have a hard conversation. You just got to sit and listen.
You just got to sit. Yes, sit and listen. I'm so glad. That's from God. I'm so glad He gave it to me because I was hurt. I've been hurt myself. All right. Heard you last week. But it just smacked me in the face. Something told me to say it again. Literally, I was just sitting here thinking. I was like,
what was it? I missed. What was it?
The one thing I was talking about was the
tower.
The tower and the talking. Yeah. And then also, let's not put ourselves in prison.
All right.
Sit here. Oh, it's funny. Jay loves sunflower seeds too.
Right. Sunflower seeds.
Yes. We gotta let ourselves free, right?
Yes,
Soul
we
twins.
are soul twins.
Shout out to Kristen. Bars. Real slow.
I can hear his voice.
Right, me too. Bree makes a great point here. She said, but the culture promotes that thinking. No new friends, right? I don't talk to people. But want nobody in my business, etc. You know the cool talk, right?
Oh my goodness.
We talked about this on the Final Answer. Me and Ant talked about it.
Okay.
Everybody out here, no new friends. All right, with your no new friends. So
when I was out, like I wasn't feeling it, to begin with. I'm like, what do they talk about? No new friends, maybe because I didn't have a lot of old friends. I was like, I need some new friends,
right?
So I wasn't like really feeling it. But like, you have to like be out networking with people and connecting with people. Like
half the people on here right now are new friends of ours.
Yeah,
we didn't know them a year ago. They're new family to us.
They're
now.
Like family.
They are because we opened ourselves up to it.
It's
been life changing. Right? And some of our old friends are on here as well. Bree, Shanti, some of you guys, Sarah, some of you guys, we've been with y'all forever. Y'all been rocking with us forever. But there's a lot of people on here engaged, commenting, supporting everything that we do. And we're supporting them who we opened up to.
Yeah.
And they opened up to us. And it's a beautiful thing. It's life-changing.
The culture just needs to get changed.
It does. Period. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here to do.
Yes.
Let's change the culture. Let's change some of these norms that shouldn't even be norms.
Right. These abnormal norms.
Yes.
These ungodly norms. Who created norms? We have baseline norms. Norms are created off a baseline, right? It's like, what do the majority of people do? What's the median, right? And it's like, that's what we accept as normal. It's like, God is like, you guys have the most abnormal norms. Like, those are not my norms. And that's why God's like, his ways are above our ways. His thoughts are above our thoughts. It's not because he's trying to be above us. It's not like I'm grown. It's not like God is like, I'm the parent. I'm grown. My ways are above your ways. He's like, no, my ways are above your ways because you guys keep acting low. Mm-hmm. Like, stop acting like I didn't create you in my image and come up with me and stop being down. My ways are only above your ways and my thoughts are above your thoughts because you guys have settled for worldly norms.
Yes.
And that's not okay.
We out here pushing people to be the highest versions of themselves.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Let's go. So catch up with our Father in heaven. All right, Vivian, thank you so much. Vivian, I love your name, by the way. That was my mother's name, so I love the name Vivian.
Yes. Thank you, Vivian.
Gotta go to a meeting in Georgia, but thank you so much. Thank you for joining us every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We are here with The Love Within with Lucas and
Corine.
So shout out to everybody. We're at our time here. It's been a great discussion.
Yeah, it has been.
Yep. Tell somebody to check this out. Follow us at In God's Image as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you found me on my Lucas Tyndale LinkedIn page and you're wondering where else you can find this or find the replay, In God's Image is the Facebook page and the YouTube page where you will find this. And as always, listen, how does she do it? Listen, I love that. Say that again, Corinne. I don't remember what part, but hey, that's all right. Say the whole thing. Listen, how Unique slide in the back? How does she do this?
I don't know. She got the talents.
We love Unique. Unique, we appreciate you. Look at this. She breaks down every episode.
Yes.
We need her on the team with the group. We got our group come out. We need you. This is so helpful.
Copy and paste some of
I know, right? We gonna just have whole classes.
Copy.
Here's our new class. Shout out to Unique. She made here's the comments here. Here's the notes here. Take a screenshot right now. Am I in the picture? Get us in here too. Take a screenshot, somebody. Get those notes right there. Those are valuable. Take a screenshot, get those notes, and send them to a friend. Yes. Tell somebody they're missing the love within. All right. I love it. She even got the questions on a scale of 1 to 4. Self-awareness. I mean, wow.
Let's go, Unique.
Let's go. We need feedback to know how to improve. I love it. Start off with the little things. That is so good. So you guys, I hope you guys got a screenshot of that. Go back, get the comment, send it to somebody. Here's another thing. Let me say this before we close. If you're single, dating, or married, there is value in investing in other people's healthy relationships.
Yeah, it is.
We know we have had people who have poured into us and we saw the blessings in their lives because they poured into someone else having a healthy relationship. And we saw it then manifest in their life where it was a single person who was older than us. They were looking for healthy relationships. They had been looking for a while. And then they saw us as a couple and they started helping us, watching our daughter, making sure we could go on date nights, doing things to help us out. And then it wasn't long before they found the love of their life, and now they're living happily ever after.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Yep. All right, everybody. We love you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you, Nisha. Love you guys. Odetta, thank you so much. Aunt Lane said you said something about a better version. We're trying to help people be the best version of themselves. Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah. The highest version.
Highest version.
The highest version of themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
How we were created by God.
Yeah, how we were created to be, not with the culture.
Yeah.
You know, the culture sometimes be slipping.
We don't do it for the culture. We do it for the Lord.
We're changing the culture
to
be the highest
culture
version
yes.
of ourselves.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we out here for. Thank you guys again. Live viewers, replay viewers, family, friends, supporters. We thank you guys for supporting us here on The Love Within. We hope this has been helpful to you. And we hope to see you guys again next week. And we hope you guys would consider joining our mentorship group, which we will have information about, where we will do monthly classes, weekly love exercises, a support group, and more. More information coming soon. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Everybody, have a great day.
Bye.